Welcome to Bear Download. I'm Rich Campbell. This is Dan Wiederer. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Bears are preparing this week for Thursday night's game against the Dallas Cowboys. Dan, big focus today at Hallis Hall was the run-pass imbalance that we saw in the 34-17 loss to the Lions on Thanksgiving Day. The Bears attempted 51 dropbacks to only 7 rushing attempts and then 1 other kneel down. Not the pass-run balance that Phil Emery and Mark Trestman talked about on October 27th.
Yeah, it's out of proportion with what you'd expect and what you need to be a successful offense. I think what you heard around here today at Hallis Hall was a team that understood that it may have erred in that game plan, that obviously they had an approach to sort of slow a very good run defense of the Lions, but obviously they went a little bit overboard in committing to the pass and trying to do things that way, and they need to get it corrected, and they were forward in admitting that today, I think.
Yeah, Aaron Kromer, offensive coordinator and who handles a lot of the running game planning responsibilities, talked about the Bears' plan being establish a rhythm with a lot of these quick passes that the Patriots were successful with the week before, and then eventually get into the running game. Well, his point was the game had gotten away from them by the time they were able to try to go to that running game. But the point is, the Bears came out of halftime with the ball, down only 10 points, and threw the ball 12 consecutive times. When that was pointed out to Kromer, he said, good point. In other words, they really needed to continue sticking with it. And you hear Matt Forte's frustration and all this.
By the way, the guy to really zero in on today is Matt Forte, and he obviously was discouraged and frustrated, and he gets the ball in the passing game. There's no question about that. He still gets his touches, but he was frustrated in not being able to touch the ball more. And obviously, he needs the ball against the Cowboys on Thursday, and they need to keep feeding him, and they need to give it to him in the run game.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about this is that Mark Trestman, when he talks to us, explains it very logically. Look, there's a lot of residual effects from running the ball and committing to the run, not the least of which is the effect that play action has on the linebackers. And Jay Cutler said these Lions linebackers were flying out of the run fake very quickly. They understood that the Bears weren't really committed to running. The illusion was not there, and you saw it affect the defense.
Yeah, no question. And there's a reason this is a 5-7 football team. They got a lot of loose bolts. We've talked about it really since August, and they continue to show up. And they continue to show this team as a playoff afterthought, and they can be mathematically eliminated this week. A loss to the Cowboys will obviously do that. That's a foregone conclusion going forward. So now the Bears have to summon some form of motivation for this final month of the season to get something out of it.
Yeah, but don't question our motivation. We will keep pressing forward here.
All the way through.
Oh, yeah, all right. For Dan Wiederer, I'm Rich Campbell. That'll do it for Bear Download.